Sa pagkakaintindi ko, pag nag-retire, mamamatay lang. So, he's been doing that forever. Since late 80s, I think. Biglang nag-French, Spanish. So, hindi na maintindihan hindi ko na maintindihan dahil nag-Spanish na or nag-French na. Some word, it's confused when it's receiving the file and it was set to metric, saying just asking if there's an error code or not, because there's an error code that came up.
Yeah, boy.
Panibagong vlog, punta tayo ng Vanderhoof Quick Emergency Service Call. Maganda naman yung araw kaya mag 10:40 na. Yung lunch natin is and pabalik, tapos na yung day natin yan. Sigurado. Saan ba tayo? Dito tayo sa pupuntang west, pupuntang Prince Rupert. So, musta kayo dyan? Nga pala, no? Sana nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. Ang daming ganap dito sa Canada, no? Yung pinipetition na alisin yung temporary foreign worker program. Yung gaya ng sinabi ko, siyempre ginagamit lang yun first para hindi mapunan ng Canadians at permanent residents yung job na yun. Lalo na sa mga, I guess it's blue collar, yung mga unwanted jobs ng Canada, yun ang kailangan talaga ng temporary foreign worker, kagaya ng fruit picker, yan, farmer, yung butcher, yan. I guess yung truck driver is it's a very high paying job, right? So, but not everyone can do it. So, nag-hire na rin sila ng temporary foreign worker doon, no? So, should be offered to the Canadians at saka sa mga permanent resident nga. And then, saka i-offer sa mga temporary foreign worker. Mga Filipino ang number one exporter ng temporary foreign worker dito sa Canada, which is good. Wala palang trabaho sa Pilipinas na kailangang mapunan. Oh, I'm on the wrong way. I'm going the other way. Kaya tayo dumadaan sa Kearney Street. At saka yun nga pala, no, minority government ang Canada. Nagkaroon na ng throne speech, start na ng parliament, start na rin ng question period. And then may mga nag-flip na mga ridings, mga area na nagiging conservative. So si Poilievre, hindi siya nanalo sa ridings niya, no, kasi dinaya. Dinamihan ng MP candidates, 91, biro mo yun. So syempre divide yung kanyang mga Bruce Fanjoy yata yung nanalo. Fanjoy basta. Ma-divide yung mga boto, di ba? Sa 91 na candidate. Talagang ini-structured nila yun para hindi siya manalo, mawala siya ng seat. Takot sila kay Poilievre na makipag-debate. Magaling yun mag-debate. So, ngayon, ang nangyari is isa sa mga conservative nag-giveaway sa kanya. 6 months na lang pension na nag-giveaway sa kanya para sa Alberta magkaroon siya ng seat. Magiging merong seat sa House of Commons. Pero ang speaker nila ngayon is sino ba yan? Andrew Scheer, which yung kalaban ni ni Justin Trudeau sa Prime Minister. Medyo parang laging nakatawa. So parang I think hindi siya sineryoso ng mga Canadians. But it's good for his personality, right? So siyang House of Speaker nila sa Conservative. Tapos meron ng seat si Poilievre. So I think mag-flip yan, magiging siya na naman ang leader. Pero siya pa rin nata ang leader. Yung ano lang, yung speaker lang sa House of Commons ng opposition is si Andrew Scheer. Yan. So, yan magiging parang classless society ng ang Canada ayon sa mga naobserba ng mga taga Venezuela, kasi yun daw ang script nung nag-start na maging ang Venezuela ang evaluate yung kanilang currency. Tapos mostly government employees, marami which is marami na rin ngayon na government employees, no? Kaya I guess if you're a government employee in Canada, meron kang job security, but yung sa mga announcement nila sa immigration, nag-cut sila. So, yun. We'll see how it goes. 3,500 immigration employees ng Canada ang kinat, di ba? So, yan, on the way na tayo, nakaka 46 minutes ang papunta. 46 minutes pa pala ang natitira. 76 kilometers. So, time now is 11:10. Darating tayo doon 11:55. Ayan, according to Google Maps. Pas tayo ng dalawang malaking truck tsaka isang sedan na kotse, Toyota. Tapos nag-resume ako ng 105 kasi yan, pagka over 100 ang kilometers per hour ang limit, pero nilalagay ko sa 105. Tsaka more than 105 yung mga wildlife, parang may reaction time pa sila, no? Kung sakasakali hindi masyado, kaya rin yan, built for yung wildlife ang speed limit para may reaction time ang wildlife. Yung mga deer, ganyan. Yung deer, hindi naman nila alam yung kung gaano kakabilis, diba? Although mabilis din sila, kaso pag andyan sila sa gilid, yung reaction time nila hindi napapansin mo minsan pagka yung nasa limit ka, tapos tingin ka sa rear view mirror, tapos mapatingin ka sa sa windshield sa harap, biglang may humaharurot na pickup truck or something like that. Ingay pa, tapos may mga black smoke na lumalabas sa tambutso nila. Yun nila yun parang hindi like they're trying to get away with that, Diesel. Yan, marami dito. Tapos sa weekend merong gun show, so we're gonna try to see if we can go there. May entrance, I think, so for the hunters, right? Maraming hunters kasi dito sa north, but it's not my thing. Like I probably go kasi seasonal yung hunting dito. I'll probably go if some of them they do it for their meat. Gaya ng may kakilala kami, may asawa siyang Pilipina, si Michelle. Shout out kay Michelle Bambi Aquino sa kanyang Facebook. So yan, yung mga meat nila is moose. I think he hunts bear. Si Sam, yung asawa niya, bear, and ang pinaka best meat is elk. Natikman ko yan, oh my god. Hindi gamey, hindi mamoy yung Yung meat, very, basta ano siya. Like talagang organic. Yan. Dating natin doon, mag-lunch na tayo. I guess we're gonna do, I'm gonna try to do Gifted Chef. Yeah, we're gonna try to do Gifted Chef. Quick lunch na lang, siguro Mickey D's, McDonald's. Hindi na rin ako, ang tagal na rin ako nakapag-McDonald's eh. Nakakaluto naman tayo ng Filipino food sa bahay. But syempre, Gifted Chef is a restaurant that support yung mga Filipino dito sa North BC. Support our kababayan Jason, Gifted Chef sa Vanderhoof. And he's doing food truck as well. Ina-announce niya sa Sari-Sari Store website, Facebook, yung kanyang kung kailan siya pumupunta ng Prince George at saka yung spot na pupuntahan niya. Recently, I think nasa Fort St. James siya. Yung sa Morris camp, andun yung caretaker si James. Shoutout kay James. Naging subscriber natin nung nagpunta tayo ron. Pero sa Rap TV Philcon Live pa ako nagpa-vlog nun. Bago tayo magpatuloy, paki-bookmark, paki-like. Bookmark yung ginagamit ko, kaya ako nagla-like sa mga video na pinapanood ko eh. Kasi yun yung bookmark. Paki-bookmark. Kung may makuha kayong value sa aking mga sinasabi, and then you can subscribe, right? And then share na din kung may kilala kayong magbe-benefit sa mga videos natin. Yeah. So, salamat bayan. Sa mga youth yung go join para sa workforce. Yeah, get employed and use that money, save up, invest to fund your business, or do something out of not the ordinary para gawa kayo ng system, get a purpose, benefit ang kapwa tao ninyo natin. And then just be out of the system ng 40 years na work, and then you're barely paying the bills, paycheck to paycheck. Just get out of that system. Use good debt to leverage your asset. Good debt meaning real estate. Get out. Ganun. It takes time, effort, and years doing that, right? So, and mindset. So while we're driving, we're listening to the mga success videos sa YouTube. Yan. All right.
If you lose your job,
I'm listening to
you
this.
lose everything. Now let me tell you what rich people do.
Don't rely yourself on a salary.
They sell ideas, products, services, solutions.
Yeah.
They learn to generate money, not just receive it. Selling is not being pushy. It's understanding what people need and offering honesty.
Sell.
It's developing skills
Sell
no
an
one
idea.
ever taught you. Communication, persuasion, active listening, strategy.
YouTube
When you learn
channel.
to sell, you create
Sell a
an income
video.
stream that doesn't depend on this. You can
Usually, ang pagpalit ng mga consumables like drums takes 5-10 minutes, no? Yung driving ang matagal. It's about an hour and a bit. So, yun. Tapos na tayo dito sa Vanderhoof. Merong call na dito sa kinanggalingan natin last week, Fort St. James, but it's past. 1 o'clock na, so I'm not gonna go there today. I'm gonna let them wait. Maybe tomorrow. Right? So Friday, may ano tayo sa Prince George tayo. Right? May tayo dyan sa McDonald's. Iba talaga ang Pilipino. Service with a smile. Si Manong nag-serve pa sa mga puti. But, kudos. Thumbs up. Hindi na tayo magstay dito mag-lunch. Bahay na tayo pabalik. Dahil dagdag pa sa oras natin eh. I-make up na lang natin dun sa sa time. Dun tayo sa Prince George mag-lunch. Sumasagot. Lunch siguro sila. So I called and there was some foul language. F up. The machine is effing up. So I told him I don't really want to hear that language. So just asking if there's an error code or not, because there's an error code that came up. But yeah, so they need to settle it with their IT. All right, the band, native band that I went to last week, Nadle Wooten. All right, yeah, all it was is a printer driver issue. They've been using a really old printer driver from the previous printer, and the sizing, if he's sending some Microsoft Word file, kanilang I think expense sheet or something like that, hindi raw lahat na napiprint in according to the print preview. But what it was is it was using the machine is using imperial, which is inches, and it was using millimeters, so metric, right? And yung machine, it's confused when it's receiving the file, and it was set to metric, metric, then and then the machine has imperial inches, like North America, right? Canada is using metric, but yung mga letter size is 8.5 by 11, 8 inches, 8.5 inches by 11 inches. So yun, nalilito kahit off lang ng konti. The first page might be okay, but the second, third, it's gonna mess it up. So and then it'll jam, and they think it's a machine issue, but it's not, right? So it's like nag-uusap kayo, biglang nag French, Spanish, so hindi na maintindihan nung hindi ko na maintindihan dahil nag-Spanish na or nag-French na. Some words I might understand, right? So there has to be same protocol, same language. Ganon din pagka yung instruction data we send out from the PC, yung pag na-receive nila, it's the same language protocol ma-receive ng machine. It's like yung mga forex analyst graph, right? That's foreign to me. I don't understand it. But my dad is a forex analyst. So he's got a Twitter followers for it. He's been doing that forever, since late 80s, I think. So that's how we got here, from his expertise. He wrote a book about it, and then he's working in a bank. He's still working. He should be retired by now. So I asked him, he said, oh, I don't know. Well, sabi niya, sa pagkakaintindi ko, pag nag-retire, mamamatay lang. So I guess that's his purpose in life, right? You gotta find your purpose. When you retire, you gotta plan it, I guess. And then you gotta have a purpose, a plan in what you do. You can't just go in the system, retire at 65 and pass away at 67 or 68, that's just not a way of living, right? That's a wasted life, I think.